Thank you so much for joining us for our song and story today. We have something special for you. Are you ready, Nathaniel?
Yeah.
Only a boy named David, only a little sling. Only a boy named David, but he could pray and sing. Only a boy named David, only a babbling brook. Only a boy named David, but 5 little stones he took. And 1 little stone went in the sling, and the sling went. And 1 little stone went in the sling, and the sling went. And around and around and around and around and around and around and around. And 1 little stone went up in the air, and the giant came. Can you show me how the giant come tumbling down? Oh no! You know, there are giants in our life that if we depend on Jesus and trust Him, He will help the giants in our life to come tumbling down as well. Share with you the story of David and Goliath.
In a big book, we have that in a big book.
This version is written by Martha Jander and illustrated by Richard Wall. Philistines were the enemies of God's people long ago. They planned to kill God's followers. They were an evil foe. God's army saw a sight one day that made them quake with fright. A giant 9 feet tall appeared. He was an awesome sight. Goliath was the giant's name. Oh, how he ranted and roared. And just the armor that he wore, 100 pounds, weighed 100 pounds or more. Goliath shouted, "Come and fight, and if I win, you'll see that you will all become our slaves, but if you win, you're free." God's army shook. They shook with fear. They turned to run away. There was no soldier brave enough, no soldier who would stay. But then appeared a shepherd boy. Yes, David was his name. He was braver than the men. He put them all to shame. Goliath speaks against our God. How can we let him go? I'll fight the giant by myself. I'm not afraid, you know. King Saul heard what David said and told him, "You're too small. Goliath is a fighting man. Goliath's much too tall." But David knew that when he fought, his God was always near. Saul offered David armor, but he dumped it with no fear. Then to the brook young David went and chose 5 round, smooth stones. Goliath saw him and he bragged, "Boy, I'll break your every bone." "You come at me," young David called, "with javelin and sword. I come at you now in the name of the Almighty Lord. It's God who saves and God who gives. The battle is the Lord's." Then David took 1 smooth, hard stone, got ready for the swing, and with God's help and truest aim, the stone flew from the sling. It hit Goliath square and true. He fell with a loud cry. Both armies saw the Lord in charge. They saw the giant die. The Philistines then turned and ran. There was no place to hide. God's army won the victory, for God was on their side. No more giant in the land, no army could they see, no enemy that took a stand. God set his people free. David and Goliath. We have a golden oldie that Nathaniel and I picked up at a secondhand store a while ago. It's called The Big Car and Truck Book. It's a big golden book. The Great Big Car and Truck Book. Pictures by Richard Scarry. Tweet goes the policeman's whistle. Up goes his hand. The cattle truck and the pickup truck stop. Here comes the school bus. The children crowd in. Vroom! The children ride off to school. The mothers drive to the store to buy food for supper. The grocery man and his helper carry out the packages. The gasoline truck brings gas to the service station. "Fill her up," says the laundryman in his truck. Our telephone is broken. Out come the repair truck. Repairmen climb the pole. Soon the line will be fixed. Hey, Nathaniel, do you remember when we were going to the shop and we used to see the men up on a pole putting up new telephone poles?
Yeah.
Remember that? And they had a cherry picker truck? That was pretty neat, huh?
Yeah.
Here comes a tow truck towing a taxi. See the flat tire? Beep, beep, beep. A police car and a Jeep whiz by. Rattle, bang, the coal truck dumps the coal down the chute. Clang, clang, the fire chief's car speeds along. This family is taking a quiet country vacation. Their car trailer is like a cozy little house. I always wondered what part of this vacation was quiet. What do you think? A busy street. A mail truck stops to pick up mail. A man sells ice cream. A delivery motorcycle hurries by. Look at the great big streamlined double-decker bus. The big bus will travel all day and all night. The great big car and truck book. Thank you so much for watching with us today. We hope you have a wonderful day. We'll see you next time.